And here we go, the game's starting. Round table versus most hated. Who's gonna secure the second spot in the finals? First map is gonna be Factory. Marilyn gets the first one here. The second map is gonna be Dust, and the third map is gonna be Station. Believer gets the kill on Nudity, Merlin with the second, and the third kill taking down Dance on Fancy. Now it's on Tsuki in 1 versus 4. And the Villa gets her down. First round goes in for round table. And push coming in to B. Believer gets a nice snipe shot on Denso. Fancy trades him, gets a shot on the Merlin. Believer still alive with a snipe shot. Missed the first. Gets a second, getting down Sierra. Now it's a 3 versus 3. Fancy gets a second kill on the Believer, Tristan with a kill on Nudity. Tristan with a kill. Tsuki gets a kill on Tristan, but she getting mollied. And the Velio gets him down. Fancy with the third kill gets down the Velio, now it's 1v1. Kai versus Fancy. Kai with M4, Fancy with the sniper. Holds the pistol. Picks C4. And he runs back. Kai reads it really well. Never mind, he changes his mind and goes back. Ooh, what a nice play here for Fancy. Fake going to A, but it turns back to B. And Kai actually bought it and he's going A. Now it's B. B is open for Fancy to get the C4 down. He also got an M4. Silver gets down. Now Kai knows it's. Kai still thinks it's A. Now he's moving in back to B. He finally knows it's B. He wasted a little bit of time. Moving slow. Fancy playing it slow. Catch him. Trying to play time. Peeks again. Molotov coming in. Slows it down. Guy decides to push. He's pushing in. And Fancy with the fourth kill gets down K. What a nice IQ play from Fancy. Guy actually bought it and he went back to A. And he saw this play on A. Second mid push coming in from Mustade. Out of a window trying to take mid. Smoke's coming in. Denzo gets a headshot on Tristan. Push coming in from Mustade. Nudity gets a headshot on Develio. Now it's a 3 versus 5. Sierra with a nice headshot on Merlin. Gets another headshot on Kai. Now it's all on Bediver in the 1v5. He goes A-apps. Pushing in. Fancy is ready for him. Peeks. And he gets him down. A second round goes in for Mustade. What a nice push from Mustade. Bediver Beaks gets down Sierra, but Fancy's ready with the sniper taking him down. A big push coming in from Mustade, but the flank. Round 2 on the flank. Going in Banana. Nice play here from Kai with the flank getting 2 kills. Tsuki and Nudity. Denso gets down Merlin. Kai gets circle taking down Denso. Now it's all on Fancy. In an office USC 2 HP left. All players are holding the C4. Fancy, he have no chance to try and get a 1v1. B coming in. Misses the shot. Runs back. The Villiers throws a Molotov. Runs back. Another Molotov going in from distance. They're doing pretty well holding the C4. Fancy gets the second kill, Tristan, but K with the first kill gets Fancy down. That's some nice holding here from Round Table. And second mid push. Suki gets a kill on the Velio. Nudity gets a headshot Tristan. Fancy with a nice headshot on Bolivar. Nudity with a second headshot on Merlin. Again, another successful A push for most hit it. And they win the round without losing any member. Only 2 goes 4 HP left. 3 and 2. Most hit is on the lead with 1 round. Another second mid push coming in. This time we have 3 players from Round Table holding A site. Kai with a headshot on Fancy, Nudity gets a kill Tristan, but Kai with another headshot on Sierra. Getting down Fancy and Sierra. Beaks going in for Nudity with the shot. Wide swing coming in, Kai with a third kill gets on Nudity, and Bolivar gets a kill on Tsuki. Now it's all on Denzo. Gets 1. Now it's on Denzo on 1v3. Gets flanked. Really knows where he is, but the Bolivar gets a kill, second kill on him. C and 3. Zero with a headshot on Bolivar. Wait, it's left with 15 HP left. Just with a nice headshot on Nudity. Still trying to pick second mid. Then takes down Sierra. Then so decide to push the smoke. I don't know what he did. And the Villiers takes him down. I don't know why Denso did this. He just hopped through the smoke through 2 players holding him. I don't know why he did that, but yeah. 3-3. B push coming in. B is pretty open. Now we see a rotation coming in from Merlin. It might be late because Fancy and Tsuki are taking B side. Now the flank coming in. Now they know it's B. Tristan from the back. Kai from the back. Takes down Fancy. And he gets the second kill on Tsuki. First round going in for round tip. See a split coming in from most hit it. One pushing banana, other 4 Junko A. Develio gets a kill on Tsuki, gets a second on Sierra, Denzo gets touched on Develio, Nudity gets touched on Merlin, Tristan takes down Denzo, now it's a 2 versus 3. Nudity and Fancy versus Kai, Bolivar, and Tristan. See, literally pushing B, gets a second headshot on Bolivar, just left with 32 HP. Going in for the flank. Oh, we have Kai, Tristan wait for him. Kai wait for him. Tristan push in, but Fence takes him down. Now Kai runs back. Holding A. Fence is running back to B. B is open. Kai pushing mid, but he doesn't check Nudity. And Nudity with a certain kill takes him down 4 and 4. See a B push coming in from most hated. A bit of damage on them. The trigger hold from Britfer getting 2 kills, but Nudity takes him finally down. Again, we see a flank coming in. The Velo takes Nudity down. Nudity coming in from Frenzy, taking down Kai by himself with 12 HP, and Denzo is left with 10 HP in a 2 versus 3. Denzo decides to push with a C4 with 10 HP left. Melvin takes him down, and the Velo with a pre-fire takes Frenzy with a second kill. 5 to 4. Pretty close game. I didn't expect that actually play from Moserit. They're doing really well against the team like Roundtable. A push again from Moserit. Seems like working really good for them. Fancy gets a wall bang on the value. Tristan with a headshot and then so Nodi pushing in with the sniper takes down Tristan. Now it's a guy with a headshot on Fancy. He gets a second kill on Sierra. Now it's all Nudity and Tsuki in a 2 versus 3. Ray coming in. Guy with a circuit gets on Tsuki. Now it's all on Nudity with a sniper. Nudity coming in, he's left with 50 HP. Gets a nice flick on Melvin. Gets a circuit on Beriver. Now it's a 1v1. His level is 8 HP, but Kai with a 4 skill takes him down. Some nice flicks here from Nudity actually. But Kai takes him down. Beriver gets a kill by a nade on Nudity. See a banana control coming in from round table. Now they decide to push mid. Again, see Beriver trying to go for the knife. Midden gets a kill. Beriver gets a second kill on Fancy. And he gets a knife kill on Tsuki. And the first half goes in for round table. 7 to 4. Round table needs 4 rounds in the second half to win the first map. Most hated have to win 7 rounds and not let round table pass. That's 3 rounds if they want to win the map. Or make them stay on 4 rounds and get a overtime. See a change coming in from Moserit. We see a substitute coming in. Denzo is gonna leave and Edmaning coming in. And the second half coming in. Now we have round table on T side and C side for most headed. Round table needs 5 rounds to win the first game and move into the second map. Round table already this time was 4 players. Going in for A. Took with the first blood, taking down Tristan, Nudity with a kill on Merlin. Now it's all on the Valiant Believer, Fancy takes down Believer. Now it's all on the Value, taking 1 versus 5. Gets down Fancy. Flank coming in. And he gets the kick on Sierra, but enemy takes him down. First round coming in for most headed. And the B push coming in, Fancy catches Believer. Molotov's coming in, they're pushing B. Nate coming in. Edmini peeks, gets a headshot on Kai. Nudity gets a kill Tristan, Sierra gets a headshot on Merlin. Now it's all on the value in a 1v5. We see some nice holding from Mosedet. And Tsuki gets him down. If Mosedet gives that hold, that might win the game. The first game. See a apps push from Roundtable. So he gets the first kill on Believer. Push coming in. Okay, takes down Tsuki. And the value finally gets the Fancy down. Now it's all on Edmini, Sierra, Edmini, and Nudity. Nudity gets a headshot on Merlin. C4 gets down, enemy gets a kill on Kai. Nudity with a second kill gets down Tristan. Sierra with a headshot on the villain, and the third round goes in for most headed. See a push coming in again to A from round table. Info coming in, Tsuki with a nice headshot on Kai. Trying to go A again, Merlin with a headshot on Fancy. Merlin gets down Nudity. Sierra gets down Merlin, Edmini gets down Tristan, Development takes down Sierra. Now it's a 2v2. Tsuki gets a second kill on Development, now it's all on Believer. Believer gets down Tsuki. It's 1v1, Edmini versus Believer. Tries to go in for the wall bank, uses the pistol, but Believer lands the headshot on Edmini. And the first round goes in for round table. Another A push coming in from round table. Believer with some nice B hops pushing A fast. Merlin with a nice headshot getting down Nudity. He's pushing CT, Believer pushing CD. Catches Sierra and Edmini. So with a headshot gets down K, Fancy gets down the value. Believer is pushing B. Fancy with a second kill gets down Tristan, now and Fancy gets a third kill, taking down Merlin. Now it's a 1v1 Fancy and against Believer. Believer with 36 HP left, Fancy with 100 HP. And he looks in the wrong way. Beriva with a circle gets some fancy. 3-2. Round table needs 3 more rounds to win the first game, or the first map. Now B-push coming in. Flash and nades. Doesn't do any damage. And they're pushing the smoke. Sierra gets a kill on Merlin. Nudity gets a kill on the value. Now it's a 3 versus 4. Trista gets a kill on Sierra and gets a second on Nudity. Bessie getting 2 kills, taking down Kay, Beriver, and Tristan. And the fourth round goes in for most hated. 4-2. Round table still need 3 more rounds to win the first map. Another A push coming in. A is working fine for them there, so they're going for A. A push, they're moving into CT. Merlin with a nice headshot catching Fancy. Sierra gets some Merlin, but before with the headshot gets some Sierra. B push coming in. GG peeks, he falls back, throws some Molotov. Peeks, he doesn't get anyone, the Philly gets him down, and they have full control of B. Guy gets a kill on Tsuki, and Tristan gets a kill on Nudity. For the street, 2 more rounds for round table. Again, another A push. Fancy gets a kill on Merlin. Derek gets a kill on Tristan. Beliver gets on Nudity, but Tsuki gets him down. The Devil takes down Tsuki. Now it's 3 versus 2. Devil and Kai against Sierra, Fancy, and Edmony. Sierra with the second kill gets down K. Now it's all on Devil in a 1 versus 3. He doesn't have the stiffer, but he's on A side. Doesn't know where to look. Gets down Fancy. Still doesn't have the C4. Get the right idea, maybe to flank. Pushes to take the C4. Checks the corner. Takes the other corner. Looks in the right spot, gets a third kill on Sierra. Now it's a 1v1. Edmony versus the Devil takes the C4. He's running back to B. Edmony still have no idea that he's going B. Devil takes the B side. Really easy. It's a C4 planted. Now he knows that it's a B plant. And now what happened to Mose? They had the control of this round. So somehow they lost. They might lose a 1 versus 3. The failure hears him. Now he pushes. Goes A, and Edmony gets the edge on the value. And the 5th round goes in for Edmony. Two more rounds for Mose to win the first map. Again, a push coming in from round table. They keep pushing A. They get a kill on Tsuki, Nudity gets a kill on Merlin, Nudity with a second kill gets on Nudity Develio. Damage coming in, Beautiful is left with 3 HP, Fancy takes him down. Tristan was 14 HP left, and Kay was 4 HP. Fancy takes him down, now it's all on Tristan with 14 HP. And the 6th round goes in for Mosere. They need 1 more round to win the first game. Again, another A push coming in from round table. He has push. Beriva with a nice PL, but he doesn't catch Suki. Kai takes down Suki with a headshot. Air push coming in. Fancy takes down Tristan and DeVillio. Now it's a 2 versus 3. Millie gets a second kill on Sierra. Fancy with a circle takes down Millie. Now it's all on K, but Fancy with a 4th kill takes down. I don't remember who actually. Takes down Millie. And first game goes in for most hated. So first map, Factory, it goes for most hated. Second map, it's gonna be Dust 2. Let's see, is most hated gonna win on Dust 2 and go to the finals, or Roundtable gonna win the second map and go for the third map, which is gonna be Station, and they're gonna have another chance. Let's see. Must say they did so well on CD side on Factory. They did a really good comeback. First load coming in. Waiting for all players to join, so we start the map for the second time and start the game. This time we have most hated as CD site. And Route 4 champions left. Squads fighting for the Legion domination. Freestyle, Supernovas, Most Hated, and Roundtable. Who are you expecting to win? Join the bet events on Sunday and vote for your favorite clan to win a free prize. We will pick up some random winners from the live stream chat. Semi-finals will be starting on Tuesday. Join us.
Might be the final map is maybe not. Roundtable was it, and then it goes to the third map.
in my own shit. Get up off my balls, man, go and ride your own dick. Yeah, for real, man. Don't try to ride someone else's wave. Make your own. That's what it's all about. Sauce. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid, I'm doing shows, there's money to make, you already know, I'm on the way, I'm coming home, I've been away, 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 the blow of my sorry I'm gone, sorry I'm faded, sorry I'm loved, I know you hate it, I've been on the road, this ain't a vacation cause I'm doing shows, sorry for keeping you waiting, I know it's a lot, I think all the time, if I want a girl or I want to grind, I'll give you the world if I had the time, but now I'm just trying to get used to this life, I'm in the lab every day, I'm in the lab like a vein, what can I say, working my butt off like I want to raise, I need a girl that'll do what I say, you said I'm working a lot, I think you're right, but I think I don't work enough, the entrepreneur, I feel like a boss, cause I made a hobby turn into a job, when I was younger they used to make fun of me, now they're all over my dick, hey, I lost a lot of my homies this summer when they fell in love with a bitch, hey, we do not go out and party together cause we always fight when you drink, hey, we always fight when you drink, I bring it back to the hook like a fish, hey, I've been away, I'm on the road, I'm getting paid, I'm doing shows, there's money to make, you already know, I'm on the way, I'm coming home, I've been away, 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 don't blow up my phone. I'm in the room but I'm never there, I'm keeping all of these rappers scared, they think about me, it stands their hair, got them suffocated, trying to grasp for air and I know, I'm in a way, it's only for you so that I can get paid, got my summation and stayed in the bay, that's just a flex for being my bae, fuck what they say, I don't go by what I heard, I leave all of the chirping the birds, I go to work, put it on first, then that shit's paying off, I'ma be worth, double what I'm worth now next year, I better go take it to the next tier, I know that I'ma get it, ain't no stress here, get a glass, have a toast to my best year, ooh, yeah, let me slow it down, so these bitches understand, I'm the product of a calculated risk and not a plan, it's to double everything I got and stack 100 bands, and show everyone that ever doubted me, I really can, I've been away, I'm on the road, I'm getting paid, I'm doing shows, there's money to make, you already know, I'm on the way, I'm coming home, I've been away, I've been away, I've been away, I've been away.
Alright, and the first player for Roundtable is back.
I've been away, don't blow up my phone.
We're waiting to start the game. Belly, we're gonna go for another reload. Because the value, the first player of Roundtable had to leave and restart his PC. So another reload coming in, then we're gonna start the game. Waiting for 2 more players to join, and we're gonna do the final and the last load before we start the game. Alright, and all players loaded in. Now we're gonna start in the map.
Players are leaving, and a load is gonna come in. Ladies and gentlemen, the second game, the second map for the day. In the second game, it's gonna be Dust 2, Roundtable versus Most Hated. Are Most Hated gonna win this map and go to the finals against Supernovas for repeated freestyle? Or Roundtable gonna win the map and we're gonna see a certain map coming in? Alright, this is gonna be a really interesting game, ladies and gentlemen. Who's gonna win? Roundtable versus Most Hated. So you have mostly a CD side. We see a B push coming in from Roundtable. It's coming in. Believer gets the first blood on Edmony, but he's level 29 HP. It should be easy to take him down. Jira gets down Kai. Believer with the second kill gets down Nudity. Now mostly are left with 3 versus 4. Nades are coming in. Fancy gets a headshot on Devilio. Sugi gets a kill on Tristan. Fancy gets a second kill on Bitterford. Now it's all on Merlin, and Fancy takes him down. The first round goes in for Most Hated. See a split from Most Hated. Roundtable. 2 players going lower, 1 player mid, and 1 player going long game. Now they're taking mid control, short push. Coming in, Nudity gets a kill on Believer, Mid gets a kill on Nudity, gets a second on Sierra, now they're taking A. And Kai takes on Edmini and they took A. Now it's all on Tsuki and Fancy in a 2 versus 4 situation. Tsuki with a nice headshot takes on Tristan. Make it a little bit impossible. Spray coming in with the headshot. Fancy with a peek gets Melin. Guy with a second kill takes on Fancy. Now it's on Tsuki. And Guy with a third kill takes on Tsuki. 1 for Most Hated, 1 for Roundtable. Almost a possible retake for Most Hated. A B push coming in. Well, he gets a headshot on Tsuki. And he gets a second headshot on Fancy. Now they took B. He gets some Believer. Hold coming in. Melon with a third kill gets on Sierra. Nudity gets a second kill on Melon. Kai takes on Nudity and Develop gets on Edmony. Second round goes in for Roundtable. A long gate push coming in from the Roundtable. Believer gets on Sierra, Edmony gets on Melon. Believer with a second kick gets on Edmony. Civil is done now, they have to go back to Civil. Mosaic gets a little bit of time to rotate. Nudity gets a headshot on Believer. Fancy catches K from the smoke. Now it's all on Develio and Tristan in a 2 vs 3. Shots coming in from Nudity, but he whiffs. Fancy gets a second kill on Develio. Now it's all on Tristan, who was long A. Gets a headshot on Fancy. Damage coming in. And Nudity with a nice jump gets a headshot on Tristan at 2-2. Short peek coming in from Nudity, B push coming in from Roundtable. Lower push coming in from Believer, but Nudity catch him off. Tsuki gets a kill on Millie, gets a second on Tristan. Now it's all on Kai and Develio in a 2 vs 5. Nudity pushing in lower. He catches Kai, now it's all on Develio. He pushes, he needs once more, and he gets more, he gets a third kill on Develio. Third round coming in for Most Hated. Nudity with a short peek. Gets out Nudity. Believer does a nice B up, knifes Nudity. But with a second kill gets on Edmony, now it's all on Fans and Tsuki again. Believer still wants to go for the knife, Tsuki catch him. spray coming in. Fancy takes Merlin down. Now it's a 2v2. Our round table gonna choke this round because of Pitiful trying to go for the 9th. Flash coming in. They're pushing. Gets a kill. Nope, Tristan gets a kill on Fancy. Now it's a 1v2. Doesn't have much time. You have to push it. He's left Tsuki with 12 HP left. Pushes and Tristan gets a second kill on Tsuki. Stream for most history for round table. A long gate push coming in from two players. Kai with a nice headshot on Nudity. Veli with a headshot on Sierra. And Mel with a headshot on Edmini. Again, it's all on Fancy at Tsuki. Fancy gets a headshot on Bitiver. Try to push against through the smoke. Kai with a nice spray, taking down Fancy. Tsuki with getting 2 kills with a Deagle, taking down the value. And Merlin, but Kai with a third kill takes Tsuki down. For stream. Round table are ahead with 1 round. Tsuki with a nice speed, taking down Beliver and Develi with 2 nice headshots. And gets a third on taking Merlin, and Thurston finally takes Tsuki down. Kai with a kill on Sierra. Now it's all on Kai and Tristan. Kai with 42 HP left and Tristan with 20 HP left against 3 players from most hated with full HP. Kai hiding behind the box. Peeks. He doesn't catch him. Edmund catch him off. Takes him down. Now it's all on Tristan with 20 HP to clutch at 1 versus 3. Goes lower. Goes back upper B. Still have the C4. Tries to go for B. Catches only window, but he doesn't shoot. Get the trigger discipline on. But Fancy wall bangs him and get him down. 4-4. Almost a good play coming from Tristan with a trigger discipline, but it didn't work fine. That's a nice nade coming in on the Villa. He's left with 61 HP left. Long gate peeks here with a headshot on the Bolivar. Tries to get a second. Falls back. Gets a little bit of damage. Nades coming in. Edmund gets a kill on Merlin. Sierra gets a second kill on Kai. Neville gets down Sierra and Tristan gets down Tsuki. Fancy gets a kill on Develio. Tristan with a second kill on Fancy. Now it's on Tristan in a 1v2 against Nudie and Edmund. See a peek coming in from Edmund. He whiffs the shots and he get him down. Finally, Mossad holds A probably, and they get the lead by 1 round. Five to 4. Tsuki with a nice headshot getting the value, getting a second kill on Tristan. Some nice holding here on B from Tsuki. Sierra gets down Merlin. Fancy gets down Kai, and he gets down Bolivar, and the 6th round goes in for Mossad. 1 more round to close the first half for this map. If Mossad wins this round, they're gonna have to win 5 rounds to win the game. Sierra gets a headshot on Deville, gets a second on Bolivar, gets a third on Tristan. Doing pretty well on the flank. A headshot coming in from Edmund, and Sierra with a 4th kill on Edmund, and the first half goes in for Mossad. 7 to 4 for Mossad. Now Mossad need 5 rounds to win the game and take their spot in the finals against Supernovas. Mossad are doing really well. That's not really, like, I didn't expect that at all from them. He's doing really good. Waiting for the fifth player, who's Sierra from Moset. You have to refresh game.
And the second half goes in. Now we have roundtable SCT. The long push coming in. Enemy with the first kill on Melanie, they're taking long A. Now it's a 3 versus 5. Smoke swifts. Tristan gets down nudity, and Beliver with the sniper gets down 8 mini and Fancy. Now it's all on Sierra and Suki. Suki with 6 HP left, Sierra with 100 HP left. Big slong. Suki whiffs on the value. Now it's on Sierra with 100 HP in a 1 versus 3. Gets one. Falls back. And Tristan gets a second kill. The first round goes in for roundtable. Beliver gets a kill on Sierra. B push coming in. Fancy gets a headshot on Tristan. Gets a second on Beliver to take B site. Fancy gets a third kill on Kai too. Now it's on the Valley and Merlin. In a 2 versus 3. Nudie pushes and he whiffs. The Valley gets a headshot on Nudie. Edmini gets a kill on the Valley. Now it's all on Merlin in a 1v2. Merlin gets down Fancy. Now it's all on Edmini in a 1v1 against Merlin. Shots coming in. Whiffs. Fake defuse from Merlin. Now he holds it. Edmund with 5 HP. He whiffs and he holds it. Bros never fake. And he takes down the defuse. Mid play coming in from roundtable. Sierra gets a headshot on Kai. Mid push coming in. Sierra with a second kill gets down better. We will have a sniper. They fully took mid control. Now they're going in for B. We have Tristan pushing tunnel for some reason, but they already have B. Mostly have B. Peaks. Edmini gets him down. Now it's all on Merlin and the value in the 2 versus 5. Sierra gets a circle on Merlin. Now it's all on the value. Gets a headshot on Nudity. Sierra with the 4th kill gets him down. The first round goes in for Mose. I believe the first half was 74, 75 or 74. I guess 74. Yeah, 74. Roundtable need 5 rounds to win. Camp coming in from the value, but Suki gets him down. Now it's a 3 versus 3. A push coming in. Spray coming in. He decided to hold the plant for some reason. Kai takes down Edmini. Fancy takes down Tristan. Now they have the C4. Kai with the second kill takes down Suki. Now it's all on Fancy. And Kai with the third kill takes down Fancy. Ladies and gentlemen, we might see a shared map in here. B push coming in from Mosirit. Tristan gets on Sierra. Belifa with a nice snipe shot takes on Nudity. Tristan with a second kill on Edmini. So he gets a headshot on Tristan. gets a second kill on Bitterford, but she's left with 8 HP, and Kai takes Tsuki down. 4-1, one more round. For round table. Melee takes on Fancy, and Melee takes on Nudity, the Melee takes on Tsuki, the Melee takes on Sarah. And now it's all on Edmony in all versus 4. There has to go in for the knife. 5-1. By the way, we're gonna see a certain map which is gonna be station. Short A push coming in from Mosaic. Kai gets a headshot on Nudity, but 8 meters him down, takes down K. Flash coming in. Sarah takes down the value. Melee takes down Tsuki, enemy gets a third kill, taking Melee down. Now it's all on Tristan, or Short A. Takes down enemy, now it's on Sierra and Tristan in 1v1. Takes down the C4, and with a nice shot takes him down. Second round goes in for Moselit. A long gate push coming in. There's a shot, Melee healing Sierra enemy down, so he takes down Millen. Now they fall back. The rotation coming in. They decide to push the smoke. The Fancy takes down Tristan. Also back, he sees him, gets him, Tsuki gets him down from the smoke. Now it's a 2 versus 3. Round table are losing control of this round. Somehow they lost speed. Now it's all on the value and Bedinburgh. I guess 3 players from most round table. I mean, most Fancy gets down Bedinburgh and Nudity gets down the value. And the round goes in for most hit it. 5-3. If round table keeps it up, they might win the game. Because round table, I mean, most it need 5 rounds. Biliva gets a knife on Sierra, so he gets down Merlin, and the round goes in for Moserit. Moserit need 1 more round. Moserit need 1 more round to win the game. I know what's happening to round table. They were doing well the first of the tournament. Everybody's doing well. Tristan gets a headshot Fancy, Tristan gets a second on Sierra. So he gets a bit of her down, Edmund gets down Tristan, Edmund with a second kill with the pistol takes down Guy. And C4 going in B. Playing in open, Tunnel pushing in from the Valiant Merlin. Nudity with a nice headshot takes down Merlin. With a second gets down the value, and apparently we have a winner. Mose goes to the final. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a GG. Most hated just beat it. Round table 2-0. And they're gonna be in the finals. Zero slashes down the value. And really, it's over for round table. Congratulations for most hated. Hard luck for round table. They were doing well, but they didn't do well enough to go to the finals. We have most hated and Supernovas in the finals. This is gonna be a really interesting game. And the 6th round goes in for most hated. It's already over. Ladies and gentlemen, Supernovas versus most hated in the finals. Guy gets us, Sarah Fancy and Enemy gets 2 kills. And the sixth round goes in for round table. Let's see. Let's see what's gonna win the rest round. We see knives coming in from both teams. That's the last round. Emily gets 2 knives on Mill and Develio. They're just going in for the knives at the last round. We like to see these kind of rounds. Just a fun play. Very well, nice Suzuki. Enemy with the 3 kills, taking down Tristan, gets a 4, so is he gonna get a knife ace? Wherever gets on Edmund and Fancy, now it's a 1v1. Wherever and Nudity. And Wherever takes him down. So,
Congratulations for most hit it. Thank you guys for watching today's semifinals. The finals is gonna be most hit versus Supernovas. So hope you guys enjoyed today's games. Stay tuned on our official Discord server to so you guys know when it's gonna be the finals and which time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good night and see you guys in the finals.